from commercial break, and if y'all wondering why there ain't really any commercials, it's because you can place your ad right there if you want to.
Yeah,
just
buddy.
hit the line, hit the DMs, whatever.
I got an ad, rap drink.
There we go, right? We're gonna put that in.
We're gonna plug
That purple stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that purple.
Yeah.
So speaking of drinks, so Jay, when was it? You got it for me for my birthday or Cam? My bad.
Nah, nigga, you
You got it. You got it.
And he knows it's for you.
I was because we haven't been talking. But anyways, Cam brought me a bottle of Jack Daniels. Was it for Christmas or for my birthday?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Normal, just straight up. Jack Daniels?
Just regular Jack Daniels. It wasn't regular. He bought it from like the brewing company or something like that.
This nigga
I was like, tell you the story.
No, I'm just gonna tell you the origin. It's so I was lucky enough to meet the cask maker. It's like the person that brews it. There's a new guy with Jack Daniels, first one in for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And he ended up giving me a bottle of it. He gave me 2 bottles. He gave me one that he signed, and he gave me another one that we ended up printing my name on.
Yeah.
And I thought that I gave this nigga Manny the one that he signed.
Yeah.
I ended up bringing the one that he fucking put my name on.
I pulled out the bottle and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty generous. Thanks." Like he went out of his way,
Right.
he went and got me one. I opened it up and said Cameron with his name on it.
But I just want to say, nigga, that's a pretty special bottle.
That's fire.
And the
Like,
fact
I was
that you
gonna
just
say
I
that.
haven't opened it. I haven't opened it.
I bet. I mean, maybe today. But you gonna see
That's
this
a
regular
good
Jack,
bro.
nigga.
That's a good feeling, bro.
You have a drink of your favorite? You have a favorite drink, Kelly?
Me, when I'm creating, I drink E&J. I know, bro.
Oh, that's a minute.
All the songs y'all like, though. All the songs y'all like. I ain't saying nothing about the songs, though.
Power
I
comes.
ain't saying nothing about that.
What are you making
That's
up
the
that?
singing, though. That's everything,
That's a
bro.
Southside classic.
Everything. Just cause it's cheap, bro. Like I create so much. Like imagine if I drank like some expensive every time. Like it's
Douce?
yeah. I like Douce. I like Douce. I like Hennessy. But I create so much. E&J is just easy. Like it's
You
just
know,
easy.
do you want to know what some of our brethren were doing right out of high school with E&J? Mixing it with Kool-Aid, nigga.
Wow.
I think I had.
I don't mix nothing. So that's yeah. Wow. I probably shouldn't have been drinking it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you off air. One person made it, and it was a tasty beverage. Yeah, I was like thoroughly impressed because I was like, "This is disgusting."
I'm gonna take my E&J to Lolo's tomorrow.
Yo, and you know that Kool-Aid is concentrated.
So much sugar.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
shit.
That shit is
I
concentrated.
won't taste the E&J for sure.
If you're diabetic, do not drink that Kool-Aid. That shit is death for you.
Shout out Lolo's.
Yeah.
Bro, you're trying to mess up my sponsorship. Shout out Lolo's.
So we're gonna go ahead and dig into I labeled them the fun questions.
Alright,
To just lighten the mood up. So the first question I wanted to know, and this is not a fun question, it's more of a serious one, I guess. Yeah, do you get the same rush and competitiveness in rap like you used to?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay. That's
And rap guys cannot handle it.
really.
No.
I'm so because again, I understand what it is like when you hooping and stuff like in a competitive sport and stuff like that.
I can break it down for you.
Please,
It's emotions.
for real.
It's emotion based. Rappers are so emotional with their product that if you say anything or try to compete with them, it's like I'm trying to compete with your entire existence. Like all the shit that you've been through, I'm competing with that. I don't care if your mom was on the streets, like I'm competing. But with basketball, you don't really, that emotional aspect isn't really there. It's just like we gonna show up and we gonna play. I don't know nothing about you really. You don't know nothing about me. This ain't personal. But
It's
rap
good, it's
and
good.
art, it's very personal. So like if you dissing me or whatever, I feel like you dissing my son, you dissing my mom, like you dissing the struggle that I done been through. But when you hoop against somebody and you beat them, they don't think about like, oh, you beat every practice out of me, like you destroyed like that. No, it's not very emotional. Like maybe afterwards, like fuck, he really dropped 30 on me.
Yeah.
But I'm finna go back in the gym. But rappers are so emotional. It don't translate, bro. Like I don't even make diss records or like even say people's names just cause I know how much damage it would do to their ego. Like they just not built like that. And that's what give me a competitive edge because I'm a competitor. I'm not just a rapper. Like That's why I can drop a song every day, because I have a competitor's edge, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got that in me. I know what it's like to work on my jumper every single day, to shoot 500 jumpers, you know what I'm saying? I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Rappers don't know what that's like.
That is also true.
You gotta get that, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just in everybody, so. Yeah, rappers, the competitive edge is not, even in the industry. You say somebody's name on the track and it's like, oh, this guy, like, bro, we just rapping.
Yeah.
Like, we just rapping. Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, all, like, that whole thing is like, we're like, y'all just rapping, bro. Like,
I always
but
wanted.
they so emotional. Like, it's so
I guess I never really dived too
It's
deep
emotions.
Because I guess I can say I never really thought about diving so deep into it because I don't know any rappers who hooped at your level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like personal on this type of level.
Yeah.
So there's no one I could equate that to
Yeah.
except you.
Yeah.
So
But there are rappers out here that hoop and they talk funny.
I'm just saying like because there may be, but I just don't know.
Nah, you.
Okay, fair enough. All right. My next one was
Can you dive into that?
you know I was gonna hit my.
We are.
But
But so you know I'm not gassing. So you know I'm not. We do have this thing in the works where we're gonna start a basketball league for artists. You know what I'm saying? For those guys who are like, oh, Delhi on the. It's gonna be Team Delhi versus Team whatever artist this is, and they'll come with their team, and it's gonna be filmed. It's gonna be a legit thing, and I'm gonna wax everybody. Like I'm not being humble about that. I'm humble about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm smacking everybody that come out there.
I need a ticket.
I need
Because, but look, there are rules because you know niggas be sneaky.
Ooh.
If they play pro or like anything like you can't.
Let's just get the
But if
average.
they wanted to go there, I could go there too. My friends are the best basketball players in the history of Arizona.
Again, we know. So that's what I was like. So that's
So
what
they're like, yeah, no college players, no ex-professionals. So I'm like, all right, cool. I get the scum dogs and we're.
Hey, that's gonna be a blast off every land. Yeah.
I want all the basketball smoke.
Speaking of basketball again, fave players you saw play in high school. Do you have any favorite players that you saw play in high school?
Like NBA level or they played in high school?
That played in high school. Like
Chavez Brown. Terrain Brown, that's my dog, man. We went to school together.
What was it, walking?
He was a dog.
In Conchos from 3rd grade to like 7th grade. Then I moved away and then came back in high school. And people used to call me him. Like we had similar games, and I tried to mold my game after him. We both was slow, like we both could shoot. You know what I'm saying? So I really looked up to that dude. Still a good friend of mine. And Brandon Brown. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, they both last name is Brown.
Yeah.
But just the resiliency to see him go through what he went through.
That was a rough time.
And then to come back and win 2 back-to-back like championships for PC, and then to go to Loyola, Marymount, whatever, he did his thing, bro. So I'm still a fan of him. He's still doing his thing. So definitely.
That's a great story. I'm gonna have to reach out to Brand about that.
Yeah, he's so cool, bro. Like you would have never thought that he went through that. Like if I would have went through that, you would have known.
Yeah.
You would have known. That's a different time. That's a different time.
That's deep. That story's a very
Shout out Brandon Brown.
Yeah. So oddly enough, Brand, I met him when he used to play up. Like, cause I'm
freshman year, he was already on varsity.
Not only that, but I'm talking about when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
Like
I met him at the Salvation Army.
Exactly, 16th Street.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we met him at this. Okay,
yeah,
I met him there too.
Okay.
Short kid.
Yep.
I mean, this kid was like doing like the whole finger roll thing, and everything like that.
Nasty.
He was doing like if I was 11, he's 9, and is doing that and playing up.
If
like
you were 11, he was 7.
Yeah. That's okay. As far as an age comparison, but I just remember I remember seeing him play and playing against him for that time. And to see, we'll talk about this. Yeah. His story is definitely one that needs to be told. It's definitely interesting.
That's
absolutely.
I guess my next question was, who were some of the favorite players who was the favorite player or school you played against in high school?
Favorite? I said the favorite would probably be Maryville because I dropped like the most points. It was probably like 16 points. And I did like a crossover and like spent on this dude that I knew, and the crowd was like, oh, and like my grandma knew him and she was there, so happened to be, I don't know, like, hey, bro, you spitting on Dorian, baby? Like, yeah, grandma did it. But yeah, definitely that Maryville game. It was at Chavez. And then the one we did on TV at the ASU at the Suns Devil arenas, we played against Dobson, and I had like the 3 graded in my head. I had the fake Jordans on. I had some fake nines, right? I had the fake nines from Danny Boyd, and then they look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they look good. Halftime, me, Khalil, Darius, we all switched our shoes. Like, these ain't it, bro. Like, so.
That's too funny.
Yeah, so the Maryville Dobson game.
Okay. Favorite memory playing at Chavez?
Favorite memory playing? Definitely the bus rides with the freestyle sessions. There was none like that. There was none like that.
Those were
on the bus, in the locker room, at other schools, getting other people involved. Like, there was none like that. I was so nervous. Imagine being the guy that everybody's like, hey, he finna rap all y'all. And I'm like, am I? I didn't prepare for this. Like, I didn't
Gotta go over the game plan.
We can't move. Like, Deli, guys.
Do when you go on interviews and stuff like that, do they ask you to freestyle?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is that annoying?
Sometimes. It's annoying for myself though, just cause I'm really good at freestyling.
Yeah.
But there's times when I like take times off and you get rusty.
Yeah.
And they act like at the worst time.
You're like,
But
damn.
they don't ask me prior to, they ask me in the moment, like, hey, so we're gonna play some beats and like you should have asked me like how in shape I was, brother. Like, that's like me just telling you right now, we finna go run a marathon. I don't know what you've been doing.
Damn. Yeah.
You're like, all right, well let's run it.
You're like, yo, I haven't done a lyrical exercise in I don't know how
So
long.
it's definitely a skill. It's not one of those things like you're good at it, you're just good forever. It's like muscle memory. Everything with freestyling is muscle memory. So
Okay.
yeah, I just gotta be in shape.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna ask me to freestyle?
No.
They're like,
I ain't nobody finna talk through it.
Top, I put 5 here, but
Okay.
top 5 musical influences in high school.
in high school. Damn.
If you can remember, and again, like, that's a rough one.
That was
It's
like
so long ago.
2 years.
Yeah.
For sure Eminem. High school I was probably kicking it with my uncles and them. Well, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. So far we got Wayne.
Wayne, 50 Cent, Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy number 1.
Really?
Soulja Boy number 2, Eminem number 1 because he was first, but like Soulja Boy was really, really a big thing for me. Like, and I don't think people understand how. So when he went on this rant about like what he did, and people was like, he tripping. I was like, no, he's not. No, he's not. His delivery might be off, but he's talking facts. So definitely him.
I definitely remember you being a big 50 guy.
M50, Soulja Boy. Dang, probably just those guys, them franchise boys. I like that ignorant stuff back then. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good era, bro.
Fuck didn't nigga.
I was a kid, bro. Yeah, I was
That's a good era.
Probably the Pack. They didn't influence me, but like that's what me and my homies was, you know what I'm saying, listening to. I was making a lot of dance music, a lot of party music.
ABC
like,
Boys.
ABC Boys. That was like right after. Yo, so people start labeling me like the party guy. Like, oh, he make party music. So I thought like, what's I know about ABC Boys?
So I still got some pictures of y'all downtown in front of the Chase building. Okay, don't.
I was ahead of my time, bro.
You was.
I was very so much.
Because I remember, obviously you know how close I am with Marcus, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, oh y'all like a crew or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, yeah, rap.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was everything. It was rapping, community service.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. And I just remember I was like, so y'all rapping? Like I just remember again. This is me and Marcus. So I was like, he was like, yeah, we ABC boys. You know what I'm saying? We were up there. I was like, oh, okay. What y'all doing?
Popping.
He was like, we rapping. I was like, rap?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we rapping. I'm like, and again, me, I'm like, y'all rapping. He was like, yeah, nigga, we rapping.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'll never forget that. I just said, but y'all hoop though. Like, I just,
It was legit,
and it was a legit thing. Like, it was a collective, and I was just like, oh, those are the homies.
So looking back at that whole situation, like it was for me, I was young, I was immature, and I had a lot of power. And I probably didn't use it the right way, and some of those guys will probably still have a feeling towards me, and I get it.
Okay.
I get it. But me being older, just looking back, like, it might have been too much power for like a 21, 22-year-old. I had 30 individuals who would do whatever I said at the drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
a lot of control. Yeah.
and I just found out about alcohol and different things. So like I was growing up, so like yeah, I could do that now, but back then it probably was just like I was too ahead of my time.
I remember we had this one. Me and you had a conversation because you were doing show. You started doing shows at this point in time, and it was when I had the clothing line, SOS.
Okay.
And this is how fly. This is how I knew you. How one confident you were and how fly you was like with me. He was like, "Yo, Jay, what's going on, bro?" He was like, "Yo, I really love them shirts." I was like, "Oh, appreciate it, bro." Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yeah, let me just go ahead and get like 5 of those."
What?
You remember that? Okay.
I remember being that cocky and arrogant, so I believe it. Yeah, I believe it.
So I was like, so mind you, at the time, I'm like, I'm on the phone, and I'm like, you want 5 shirts? Like, okay, what size you wear? But I got you. He was like, yeah, okay, well, he was like, but I need them for free. I was like, hey, I was like, mind you, there's another person in SOS who raps, who's a rapper.
Yeah.
So I was like, this ain't gonna go over well with the camp. So I can't just give you these off the strength, my brother.
Yep.
And he was like, well, you know what I'm saying, when I make it.
That is the epitome of Young Deli, bro.
Yo,
like, absolutely, bro.
So I'm still on the phone,
right.
and I'm just like listening to it. I'm like, what is this young nigga? What the fuck is he on? Cause I'm like, no, he was like, when I make it, nigga, don't say shit. Like,
you had your chance, bro. Bro,
It wasn't like when I make it, bro, I got you back. No, it was like, nigga, when I make it. Like the tone.
Oh my god.
Like
Tone change?
Yeah, the tone was like, nigga, when I make it, hey, don't, you ain't got my number.
That shit is wild. I was hurt.
so, again, but in my mind, I'm thinking, bro, there's another rapper who is literally in this clothing company. Like, I can't just, you know what I'm saying? To support outside the camp would look bad. It'd cause turmoil, blase, blase, blah. So I'm like, well, bro, I can't. I was like, he was, no. Then you said, well, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of shows. It's gonna be free marketing. I said,
Facts.
I get that. I totally understand, but I cannot give you these for free. This nigga says, all right, bro. That was it. Like, he just,
that is amazing.
Bro.
That is amazing. But that was so me. I know.
That was,
bro.
So it changed. What changed?
Yeah, no, dead ass. A lot of things happened between those times. For one, having a son, and just life humbling me, bro. Like, life will humble your ass, bro. Like, absolutely thinking that I was already gonna be on, and I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, it made me take a step back and like really reevaluate how I was moving about things. So definitely my son, and definitely just going through those things and just knowing like you can lose all this shit, bro. Like what I'm cocky about. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can do what I do if they put enough work in. So it's like nothing I really. So now I just have a lot of humility and a lot of love, and I'm open. You know what I'm saying? I'm open. I try to help people when I can, and that's what it is. So just getting older, bro. When you get older, I feel like I'm a lot more mature though than a lot of men, just because I talk to a lot of people and I can see where your brain and where your mind frame is at. But yeah, just getting a little older, bro. And I'm glad. Like I always tell people, like, man, if I would have made it back then, I'd have blew it.
Yeah, you would have been a monster.
I would have fucking blew it. So it's like I have to be grateful for, you know, where I am, or if I get my riches at 40, I gotta be grateful for that, because I'll have riches in a good space, in a good mental head space, as opposed to being 19, 20, and I don't do drugs or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So back then, who knows? Who knows?
That was like looking back on it, because like I'll never forget. Like a couple months after that, I was just sitting one day.
I'm sorry too. Just let I know.
No, I didn't take it personal again, because I knew you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you I see you all the time.
I didn't even understand the business aspect of that you was paying your own money to make this shit back then.
Yeah, like this.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, so and then I just remember a couple months later, I was talking to the fellas, right? Like the other business owners in the clothing company. And they brought your name up. it was like, yo man, like, yo, does anybody know Deli? I'm like, yeah. It was like, man, like, well, I like his music. Like,
Oh man.
do we? And again, this is way back when.
Yeah.
And then like, should we start doing the whole reaching out to artists thing? And I'm just like, now mind you, I kept that conversation between us because it was just that's the kind of relationship that we had, right? So they're like, now mind you, the other rapper and the other rapper.
So this ain't the first time you done fucked some shit up.
Nigga.
Went down in your day, like.
Yo, so they're like, you know, they're like, now mind you, it's 4 of us, right? So
Right.
we take it to a vote, and, you know, we have other factors, you know, the tie break and shit like that, right? So I'm like, wait, so we have a meeting or whatever. I'm like, wait. So are y'all telling me y'all are trying to reach out to different art? And it just felt right in my stomach. And I said,
One of those things.
I say, I know that. So I say, I literally remember I'm looking at them like as I'm looking at y'all, I was like,
Bro, that's funny.
well, I know Deli. I can give
That
him a
is
call.
funny. That is funny.
They were like, for real? I was like, yeah. And then so even in that moment, I look at the other rapper. I'm like, are you sure you want?
How would he vote against it?
Like, I won't call this nigga. Because I'm like, are you sure? I mean, you know.
So tell me this: is that other rapper still around?
Yes, very much so.
Nice.
I'll tell you his name.
You can tell me his name.
His name is Eclipse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You know his face when you see him.
Okay.
But I'll show you.
That's good though. That's good.
Yeah, but I just remember doing that, and he just looked at me and was like, "Oh yeah, bro, I don't give a fuck." Like, and I was just like, "Nigga,
We had it.
like, you know what I'm saying?" Because in my mind, I'm thinking about the backlash and turmoil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is because again, we're thinking about the really good. We're all young businessmen. We're all young men. Egos, like you said, and everything like that. And I know him on another level, like I knew you. I was like, he not gonna roll with this shit.
Yeah.
This nigga trying to get off the ground just like everybody else.
Right.
Why the fuck would we? Because we were still, when he would do shows, we put our names on a flyer.
Yeah.
And I'll just finish up real quick. We put our names on the flyer, the company logo, say, hey, we're sponsored by us, come out. You can buy shirts for a discounted price if you come to his show, shit like that. And then the thing is just like, yeah. I mean, okay, bro. I was like,
So to end this,
yeah.
sorry. But your shirts were fire, bro. Those SOS shirts were absolutely
appreciate
fire,
that,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
And
they
if you were to come back and do something similar to it or rebrand it or whatever, I feel like it would have had the same success. Or more success, because we're young, bro. And it's a different time, but yeah, I know we wrap it for a commercial break.
Yeah.
No pressure, like that's commercial break already.
We're gonna get a commercial break.
Yeah. Down. Yes, I am. Look, they always telling me in due time, one day it's gonna be your time. Your time in the city, I'm the gold mine. Told my dogs that it's go time. You don't know what I've been through. Seen them bang it out the window. Cops come, you give them info. The info, that's why I don't fuck with you. I guarantee to make it go down, man.
And we back again, like we never left, because we didn't. We still sitting in the same area. But welcome back, guys. Appreciate it, Paul. I know you had something to ask, so go ahead and get that off your chest.
I got one question to ask, and then I'm gonna ask one from a man anchor here.
Okay.
So like we kind of like touched on it a little bit, but do you have any? It's not in the notes, but did you have any like dream collabs you want to do or features or somebody from AZ that you'd like to work with?
From Arizona.
I got one that I think you vibe with.
Arizona, no. I've worked with pretty much everybody I want to work with in Arizona, even if the song hasn't came out yet. But in the industry, I used to want to work with a lot of people. But now, like, my only, like, musical interest is this guy. He's from St. Louis. His name is Smino.
Man.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay.
Man.
Kev, you heard this?
Oh my God.
So, you know what I'm saying?
We did
I've been on
wait.
Smino for a minute, though. So, I bought my girl meet and greet. Like, I bought my girlfriend tickets to meet another rapper. Like, and she was like, oh my God. And I'm like, babe, like, what the fuck? But yeah, that's the only guy I wanna work with. Oh, shout out Futuristic. He don't like when I say that. That's my homie, and he was just like, oh, I thought you only wanted to work with Smino. But no, me and Futuristic got some records. But yeah, Smino, bro, he's like the Erykah Badu of like rap, and he like
Good.
ass, yeah.
it's just,
That is a great fucking comparison.
even Andre 3K, like to be like just a wordplay and like the substance, and like I saw him live and it was just as good.
Yeah, man.
At downtown, it was downtown. Like I said, I had to meet and greet. I met bro. And I started telling him, like, I dropped a song every day. Like, he was like, hit me, fam. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. So yeah, shout out Smino.
Yeah.
All right.
He's really good, bro.
Amazing nigga.
Yeah.
I happened upon this shit just randomly, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I've never heard anything like it, nigga. At first, what was it?
Black
It's the one where
Swan?
what's up?
The Black Swan Project or which one?
No, nigga, that's what. So the one where he's like on the cover with his getting his hair braided.
Yeah.
That fucking.
That's Black Swan.
Is it Black Swan?
Yeah, that's Black Swan.
Okay,
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I used to tell my niggas like, hey, you got a girl, like, put the
That
Smino
shit is-
in, start to finish.
Yeah.
You got them skins. Like, and everybody else told me, was like, bro, you was right. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Like, they set the mood.
I
You
took-
don't have to, like, that's the guy.
I took a road trip. I took 3 road trips for the playoffs last year, or not 2019. And I ended up fucking listening to Smino like 6 fucking times, nigga, back and forth, nigga, that same shit. And I would be stuck on this first track, fucking, I'm trying to remember the fucking name, but
Was
it's
it
like-
Wild Irish Roses?
Yes, nigga.
I'm telling you, bro.
That shit is nasty.
Because you don't know
nigga.
when the rapping starts or
Yes.
when the singing ends. It's
Yeah.
just, you never know, bro.
Yeah.
And it's so effortless. Like,
Yeah, that shit.
check them out, Smino.
And then real quick, just going back to the Chavez days, question from my man Edgar. What is, if anything, would you change or do different being in high school?
Oh, that is a loaded question.
That's a lot.
It's loaded because I think a lot of people look back at high school
Yeah.
as like the measurement of like their life. Like,
Yeah.
and me, like I said, I was an underdog. I was a late bloomer. I was very shy with women, all those different. So it's a lot of things that I would change, but for me, I just think that I was underexposed to a lot of things. My friends were overexposed. So I always seemed like that cautious friend, like the guy that played it safe. But it was just more so me being underexposed to certain things and just playing it safe. So I think for me, it was just being more patient and being true and more confident in myself. Like, I really lack confidence. I look to my friends to be like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. As opposed to now, like, my friends are looking to me like, that's what we supposed to be doing. So definitely, that confidence.
It's crazy to hear to say that you lack the confidence, but you did martial arts. You did.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't martial arts build confidence, or was it just kind of one of those things you did as kind of a hobby?
It depends on where you derive your confidence from. If you derive it from your peers or your martial arts instructor. And I was getting it from my peers. That meant more to me. I didn't have my parents in my life at that time because they were on drugs. So I didn't get that information from them. So if I wasn't getting it from my homies, so yeah, definitely it was more impactful with,
Right on.
I was gonna ask. Because again, you're from the South Side.
South Side? We on the South Side right now, bro. Hey, I put it in the Google Maps. I said, hey, it's on the South Side. I never asked that.
I mean, barely just on the right side of the distance. Example, barely.
Right. Favorite spot to eat?
Chino Banditos.
Oh, they moving.
It's obviously Ponchos in the South Phoenix.
No.
Peace, all those. Shout out Peace. The owner's grandson, the one that created Peace, his grandson hit me up after I shot the I Need Money video there. He was like, anytime you're on Indian School in 44th, whatever you go.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Shout out to
haven't reclaimed it. Yeah, I haven't. I'm not gonna drive over there first. If I'm over there, but yeah, that was. So yeah, those. But Chino Banditos is Mexican food and Chinese food.
That's just nice.
A lot of people don't know about it though. If you smoke a little bit, that's.
I'm a little surprised most people still haven't known about it yet. Only because, right, a lot of my friends who are not from here, come, Cali, other places and stuff like that, they love that place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm surprised like it hasn't really.
It was on like five driving and down.
Okay.
So people out of state probably.
They're moving venues. They're moving venues.
Oh, not, because I live up north where right around the corner. My lady, hey, like, I'm going to Chino. She don't like it. I'm there.
Damn. What you said, Ponchos though?
Yeah, absolutely. Central President, over there.
We've had spirited,
Let me ask. My fault.
No, I was just gonna say we've had spirited debates like prior last episode.
It's more so the culture.
Yeah,
it's more so the culture than how good the food is.
Thank you.
If
All right,
that
at
makes
least
sense.
you being honest.
If that makes sense.
Because the food
it's
is
not the best Mexican food I've ever tasted. Like I didn't say that.
That's fair.
Favorite don't mean the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
I respect that. So let me ask you this. I got two for you. Gino's Pizza.
I love Gino's. I love Gino's for a slice. Actually, my next video is probably gonna be at Gino's if they give us clearance. Cause I was trying to do all the Southside spots, Ponchos, Pete's, different things like that. So, nah, it's culture, bro. Like, cause people don't know about it. So it's like, who else gonna tell them? I gotta tell them. You know what I'm saying?
I literally grew up like right around the corner from there. So it was one of those things where it's like, Gino's was like Mr. Reliable.
I lived on 19th in Southern. My mom would get it. Yep.
Yeah, honestly, swear to God, I didn't even know. My fault, Paul. I honestly didn't know pizza came in any other shape.
Yeah, bro.
or any other taste profile that wasn't ass.
Like, you don't know anything. They get creative. Shout out to
Their wings
Gino's.
is trash. Their wings is
I never got wings from you.
Don't ever, nigga. Don't ever. Alright, and then
callbacks to episode 8.
Yes.
If you want to listen to episode 8. It was towards the end, right?
It was. Yeah.
Oh, I did Tams too. Just so Tams. I tried to do
I remember
It's the culture,
Tam,
bro.
Because you did the joint with the, I can't remember her name.
Diana?
Yeah,
Dope?
there we go.
What about
Shout out Diana Dope. That's like a good friend of mine. She just don't like how short notice I am. Like she was supposed to be in a lot of stuff, but I hit her like an hour before. She like,
nigga, what? Yeah.
But no, shout out Dirty D.
Oh, shout out to Javi too, because he sent a DM to the podcast.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, just talking about put some respect on Poncho's name and stuff. So
This nigga.
shout out to
You got to, bro. You got to. But you got to say Christian.
have you had the? I call it the hood hero, nigga. Like La Canasta.
Love it.
The one on Buckeye?
Yeah, 7th Avenue.
Yeah, like the Buckeye area.
Have I had that La Canasta? I haven't had that one. I've had a different one though. La Canasta is good.
Yeah, there's 2 locations, but
But the La Canasta by Buckeye is better.
I think I know that. I think the other one's like a buffet or some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other one on Buckeye. Yeah, I'm not from the West Side like that.
No, my fault.
No, you're good.
No, I swear. Hold on, wait, not Buckeye. Off of Lincoln, right before you cross that bridge.
Yeah, that's like Buckeye.
It's on Buckeye.
No, you said West Side though. I was like, wait a minute.
That's the West. That's the one O's right there. Instead of going past that bridge, if you make that left and you go towards 19, that's one O's.
Fair enough.
That's true.
You ain't lying, man.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it like
Trust me, I know. I've lived in Matthew Henson, so I know. Like,
I lived there too.
I'm really.
Me and Matt used to be out there like it was the safest place in the world, nigga.
Nah, it looked like it.
We used to walk to La Canasta, and I was scared. just to go get a burrito.
Bro, bro, have y'all ever noticed like Phoenix in itself is one of the most interesting places in the fact that you don't know where the fuck you at.
Yeah.
Like it is again, like obviously y'all know I've been to DC and stuff like that. You know, I'm not supposed to be
When you arrive to the ghetto.
Yeah, like you like
you can feel it.
You hit a left and you like, ooh.
You are.
But But DC is wild like that because you could literally be at the White House and
Oh,
you
that is
go a
definitely-
couple blocks up and you in the fucking hood.
Yeah.
Straight
I've
up.
never been.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It
crazy.
is an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Interesting experience. Baltimore still looks like The Wire.
Yeah.
Yes.
No bullshit.
Yes.
No bullshit.
I know I went to Vegas and I went like 2 streets off the strip,
Whoa.
and I was like,
Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vegas.
I walked here.
No man.
We didn't even drive.
I got lost in Vegas as a kid one time. Not the best thing. That shit was scary as fuck.
Yes.
Cause it looks like old rundown Western homes.
Shout out
You
Vegas.
stop seeing bright lights in the front.
Yeah,
nigga,
I was
you just
like,
see, oh my god.
It gets dark.
Desolate.
You know what I'm saying? You start stretching your shoulders a little bit. You like, I'm like, stretch it. Yeah.
Do that ice.
Yeah, but like I was just saying, like Phoenix, man, like it's weird in the fact that obviously we know places where we shouldn't and shouldn't be,
Yeah.
right? But like,
Sometimes we don't.
yeah,
Most of the time.
most of the time,
Yeah.
yeah. But like you can't like visually is what I'm saying. Like in LA, right? LA looks nice. Like
Does it?
Does it? Let's go.
Does it though?
No, it doesn't.
yes, it
Nah,
does.
no, it don't, nigga.
It's not that bad. Like when I look at it though, what the comparison I'm making is
No
when,
question.
fuck you, nigga. When I look at it, I'm just that's what I'm gonna start telling y'all. Anyway, when I look at it, it doesn't seem like gloom and doom is what I'm saying. Like it just looks like okay, it might be all right. It might be, but when the street lights come on and it gets dark,
Yeah.
that's when the shit gets crazy. And that's what it reminded me of Matthew Henson. Cause I was just like, I remember
during the day.
Yeah, during the day.
Yeah.
He like, it's unassuming like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But literally,
Nah, you
Yeah.
cracking.
dusk,
Yeah.
you like,
Shout out
I
Matthew Henson.
need to get the fuck up out of here. So, but
What's
yeah,
next? What we got?
yeah, man, this freestyle we got. I'm just
Honestly, I just want to know, like, what's next for Deli? Because you just dropped your project,
Yeah.
right? So, like, what's next for Deli? I know everything's opening up.
Yeah.
So, like, venues and everything, like,
I'm
it's
still
touring
kind
in
of on
your
the fence
future.
about that. I don't know if I'm nervous, bro, like, cause I just did the show in a while, but or just cause like my new music has like auto tune and stuff, so like those
How does
performance
that work?
type of level, I haven't done it yet.
Oh.
I don't know. I've
Yeah,
been reaping the benefits of auto tune without having to perform with it. So
Yeah.
I know you can buy live auto tune, but I don't have the money for it. So,
Okay.
but probably get like a choir, somebody in the back to sing it for me or something. But
You get a choir, bro.
So, no.
Choir takes it to another level.
so like I was telling you, when I get a little bit to drink, I give exclusives.
Yeah.
And you were hospitality enough to fill my cup up, so I'll give you guys an exclusive.
Hey, all right.
So you guys have heard about NFTs,
Yes.
and we probably can rap on this shit, cause.
Yeah, we'll right.
So my idea, and a lot of people have hit me up, cause Gary Vee is a big like petitioner for NFTs, and the 365 was partially his idea. So I'm going to make the 365 an NFT, and I'm going to pitch it to sell it to him for $365,000.
Oh wow.
So it'll be like $1,000 a song. That's low ball. High ball is $1 million for the whole joint, because he can obviously sell the shares and he'll forever make money from that.
Wow.
But that's my next big
I hope
play.
you get it, bro.
And for me, it's like, okay, since this is a stock that you're investing in, technically, you give me $365,000, I blow up. That makes that stock go up. People find out about that I did that and they want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's next.
That's what's
That's
up.
dope.
So when it comes to verse, y'all be like, damn, he told us that. So he follows me on everything on social media. I haven't reached out to him just because I've been waiting to ask a favor. So that's gonna be the first favor I ask.
That's one of those
That's
things.
dope,
Keep
man.
that shit
Speaking
in
into
that back
existence.
pocket, boy. That back pocket favor, you be like, that big ace.
Because even for me, it's like you're an advocate for NFT. You're an advocate for people putting out content every day. Like this is everything that you speak about. So practice what you preach and put the bread behind it. And I just don't see a reason for him to say no. Like I would, but
You'd be like, come on, get it.
I don't get it. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing to talk about. Kendrick Lamar hasn't done this. Drake hasn't done this. Like there's not a body of art that has been worked on every single day in hip hop and then, like so.
That is, again, something special, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing, bro.
That's real special.
And I did all that shit for free, so it's like the big payback. You know what I'm saying? I did it all
That's
for
back.
free.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
That's that definition of grind now, shine later.
Yeah,
you know
sir.
what I mean?
That's
So
what's next for
I
you,
hope
boy.
that comes true for you.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that shit would be dope to see, especially from somebody from Phoenix, from my hometown. That's what's dope about it, because
Yeah.
now we got somebody to relate to.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I know that dude. I went to high school with that dude. You know, the dude was sitting on my couch. We
Yeah,
had one of
thank
the
you. Yeah.
interviews, you know what I mean? So that shit's dope.
It's gonna be wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like
It's gonna happen.
I always think about like when we blow up, like as far as this podcast goes, right? We blow up, then they check out Daily, like, yo man, they talk about some dope shit, things and everything.
Yeah.
They look, they find you, or you know what I'm saying, your fans come and click on this, they find us and everything
Yeah.
like that. Like, I think about it as a generational collective.
Okay.
Like just we're all interwoven somehow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? And they'll be like, oh, you know so and so. Yeah, man, I've been doing this since high school. Like, what you need? Like,
Absolutely.
I can call him right now. Yeah, what you need? You know what I'm saying? This is
So
like-
really quick, not to cut you off, what I try to tell artists is that here in Arizona, we're looked at last, but we're still going to be looked at, and within this next 5 years, there's going to be a wave. There's going to be a wave coming, and if you don't know the right people, if you're not active, you're going to miss the wave. So for you to say like we all interwoven and we all working, if you working, you're going to reap the benefits of it because you know everybody already. I know everybody. So it's not going to be like me coming to LA like I got to figure out who's who. I know everybody. So we just got to be ready for when that wave coming. If you ready, whew, you're going to be good. And if you're not ready, you're going to be a hating ass nigga. Like, why couldn't it be? Because you wasn't ready, bro. We prepped for this, and it's coming. You see how what the freeways look like?
Yes,
It's
sir.
coming. This is going to be LA. You see how the fucking housing is going? This is going to be LA, bro. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So be ready for the wave, dog.
That's what's up.
Get your ducks in a row and cash in.
Check the chicken.
Check the chickens.
Buy those coins.
Yo,
To the moon.
to the moon, baby.
Bro, my coworker made $2 grand last night, so
Oh wow.
That shit went up.
I downloaded Robinhood.
You said
I'm gonna send you the link so you get free stocks too, bro.
Hey, okay, all right.
But yeah, thanks for having me. Folks.
Yeah, man, Dallas, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming through, man. If anybody has any questions, that's my
Yeah.
question.
I had one more.
Okay,
what's
holla.
up?
Because I see you're getting in your acting bag.
Yeah.
Is that something? Because I think I've seen you in 2 projects.
Yeah.
Have you been in more?
Acting, I've been in like 5 projects. I think
Okay.
3 of them have came out. So I was in a sister movie.
And I was okay. That's one.
I did some like music video acting roles. One was for Teray, Dear Roxy, early on, and then I did a short film for the 48-hour music festival with Sound Vision Films.
Yeah.
And then I did this project with this ASU group, but they ended up not getting the funding, so it never came out. But it was good. It was good, you know. And then I just recently got off film like last month with iRock, the same guy that shot The System, but this time we doing a comedy with this guy named Rob Kazi. He has like 800,000 followers. He's from like Louisiana, so
Oh, wow.
super funny dude. Super funny dude.
Okay.
I was just blessed to be a part of that. Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna turn into. It's just something that like fell into my lap, and you know, I recite movies all day like that. I just grew up doing that. So the first movie I was in, I didn't even have a script. It just saying like, this is what it is. This is what you gotta do, and it's like, all right, I got it. And even with this one, I had a script, but it's a comedy. It was funny, so I don't know, bro. A lot of people were saying like, what if the movies blow up before the music? Like, would you be okay with that? And my answer is like, absolutely. That ego, bro. That ego is not there. Like, it's not there. Like when I was 20. So it's like, if this is what God had for me, like,
Yeah.
I'm not an actor. Like, what the fuck? I have IMDb credits now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's crazy.
so.
That's dope.
All right. That's what I got.
Yeah, nah, you don't see
Yeah,
no
question?
acting.
Yeah, I had a question. I look back. Oh,
Yeah, might as well.
test. Okay.
You could.
Nah, I had a question on their Generation E trailer. It was
Yeah.
back in 2017, man. It's 4 years from now, man. It was a small clip, but it really hit me because I felt that, man.
Yeah, I already know what you're talking about.
I know, man. I know you, man. But when I saw that video, that was a video that I envisioned doing for this squad. This is my family. This is my YouTube family. You know what I mean? That's something I want to show the world who these individuals are, their background, everything, and each one is gonna have their own story, and I want to bring them all together.
Yeah.
And that's really the Four Wise Men podcast.
Yeah.
That was my vision. But my question here is the Generation E trailer. What made you want that? Like, I'm pretty sure you worked with I forgot who was his name, but whose idea was that? Was that yours?
The video?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's my idea and Albert Lee. What we was trying to depict with that is basically like everyday life of Deli. So like it started out at the barbershop. That's normally what I do. And then when we were in the classroom, that was actually at my job, the school that I worked at.
Yep.
So that, and then me playing basketball with my son so it was just really them showing like a day in the life of me. But the actual song and the substance of the song was just like, I gotta give y'all the real.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the song I say, like, I bet they won't play this on the radio. You know what I'm saying? But it's just me telling, like, do what you love to do, whatever it is that makes you do that. So Generation E in the video, that shit we did in like 5 days. Like that was the longest, most extensive video that I had ever done. And I love that video. It took us like a year to put it out.
Man,
even at the beginning of the trailer, because I know that's what you're speaking to, that was to have my son in it. That was the director's idea, but like to have like the eviction notice and all of that, like that was a reality for me. Like that was a real eviction notice. That was legit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and like I said earlier, that vulnerability, like to really show people what you're going through and not feel like, oh, they gonna think like I'm a rapper, a local rapper, and I can't pay my bills and this, but that's the fucking reality. You know what I'm saying? So when you show that, you get people like you, like I really fuck.
No, like I do, like. Listen.
Thank you too.
No, definitely, man. I bring that up because that really hit me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the music that got me. Not your music. I'm talking about the music that was within the video.
Yeah.
It was very thought in it.
Yeah.
But it was the words you put in it.
Yeah. That was true.
It was all true, and I felt that. I don't know you that well, but man, I felt that.
Yeah. And that was even for me to tell people like losing. And some people were like, you lost both your parents to drugs. Like, did they die? And I'm like, nah. They didn't die, but they died. Like when you're on that drug, you're totally different. I was homeless. Like I didn't have parents. So, and to even say that on the track, it was just like you're being vulnerable, bro. Like people can use this against you, especially rappers. You talking about that competitive aspect. Like if somebody wants to diss me, and then they go for my mom or my dad, like that could trigger something in me. So it's a risk that you take, but sometimes the reward is good, bro. So
man, I'm just gonna take the time, man. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
No, that alone, that video alone, just me personally on a personal note, just thank you. Because that just made me want to do more for.
That's great. It took a year. That video almost did not. And the guy who shot it, Albert Lee, I hope you see this, I'm going to send it to you tomorrow. You didn't want to drop that shit, dog. And it affected somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, well, Deli, appreciate it, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to wrap this shit up. If you guys, YouTube, if you guys haven't heard the intro for Deli, I'm going to go ahead and play it again. Yeah. And we're going to get that shit rocking, man.
Bring me back for a part 2, bro. I know we got more to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Tell you, we need to get through half of the questions that we had, man.
Bring me back.
But yeah, we appreciate it.
That'll be like part 3. It's going to be a saga. I'm fucking with it.
Alright, man. Anybody else?
Shit. Well, first thing, you want to plug
you want to plug this shit? What you got to plug? Anything we can explain?
Yeah, I know. That's the game. Come on, plug it. Let's go.
My thing is like, do y'all really follow me though? Did y'all really make it to this far in the interview? If you did, follow me on all social media at Deli Everyday, DELLY Everyday. That's on Instagram, MySpace, Facebook, Black Planet, The Loop. Black Planet. Follow me, dog.
Yo, you put all that shit in the beginning. Edgar's a genius at that shit. So.
Alright, yeah, that's what
that shit in the beginning. So. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in on YouTube, Anchor, SoundCloud, Spotify, however it is that you listening to us, man. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for the crew again for showing up. Deli, thank you for coming in. Baby, I see you back there. Shout out to you. Jackie behind the camera, appreciate you. Pete behind the other camera, appreciate you. Thank y'all for rocking with us. I'm going to go ahead and play this intro one more time so we can get it out here.
Yes, sir.